I'm Jean Spratling, and our class is pulled wool saddle blankets. We take top wool that's ready to spin, and we divide it in fourths. We use latch hook canvas. We pull loops up through the canvas to make a nice thick saddle pad. And the wool, the reason these are good is the wool is very good for the horse. It prevents dry sweat, saddle sores. They last a long time. We've had them, I don't know, if you take good care of it, it'll last 25 years, 20 plus years. I've been doing it since, well, probably 40 years. 40 years. I've probably been making them 40 years. I learned from my mother, and she learned from a man that used to use his own wool and old burlap sacks to pull wool through, and then she kind of developed the way of buying the top wool, and that's mainly just a good solid saddle pad for your horse to prevent sores, and that's basically what our class is. We incorporate some dyed wool to we can put brands in, initials, patterns, make them really pretty if you want, but this is just the basic natural white wool. I can do one, I'd say, I'm going to give an estimate of 12 hours. Your first one is going to take you quite a bit longer. It's not something that you want to sit down and do hours and hours and hours, because it's kind of hard on your hands, your wrists, neck, and whatnot. It takes a little bit of strength to pull the loops through. But basically, when you get sufficient at it, it's 12 hours, maybe 15 hours. If you're going to add patterns, color into it, of course, it's going to take a fair amount longer, depending on what you put in. If it's complicated or whatnot, that's going to take quite a bit longer. The dyed wool is more expensive, quite a bit more expensive. So as you add any color, it's going to be more expensive to make the pad. Just the white wool, basic materials, the hook, we use a latch hook to pull the wool through. It's about $130 for your material, but then your time. But a good boughten saddle pad is probably what, $300, Millie? 300 or 400. So for 130, and you make it yourself. And this one is probably going to last longer. You can wash them. You can use a pressure washer on them to clean them up over time. And so they do a good job for cowboys to take care of their horse.